Hello, everybody. um, I might be very late with this discussion, but there is a thing that I want to talk about, um, or at least a discussion that I want to join into. It's been a long time since I made a video on this channel. My main focus is my main channel, The Swedish Traveler. I hope you will check that out. But there is a thing that I want to talk about. The whole comparison with The Last of Us 2 and, maybe not the comparison, but I do want to talk about The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. Having played both, I first played The Last of Us 2 and then Ghost of Tsushima. I'm a big fan of at least the first Last of Us game. I totally love that game. The whole companionship with between Joel and Ellie. The story-wise, going around all the different places, meeting a lot of different characters. At least some memorable characters. Bill, David, even though David was a creep. And in contrast to playing The Last of Us 2, I must admit that I got the game spoiled for me beforehand. I did hear about the rumors before playing the game, so in a way I wanted to play the game just to see how the story will play out in a sense, even though I got it spoiled for me. Right off the bat, if someone hasn't got it spoiled, I can only imagine that they will question right away, why did Abby kill Joel right off the bat? At least in that early in the game, we don't get a lot of information on Abby's motivations of doing it. Killing Joel so early in the game just makes it at least it made me dislike Abby a lot right away. Not hearing about the motivations, just right off the bat, boom, whack. I'm guessing you have heard about how he dies and stuff. Just seeing that without any motivations just makes me like, alright, yeah, F you, man. I don't give a shit anymore. You just did it right away. The whole bait and switch as well. I can see in a sense why Ellie would go after Abby, but playing as Abby just to get her perspective of all of the things that happened. It kind of, at least for me anyway, it gets in there too late. We have already formed an opinion about Abby right off the bat when she killed Joel. And playing as Ellie, trying to get to Abby, yes, lets that sink in for a bit, and then just no, we don't give a shit about Abby. Um, and and all in all, I must say that at least The Last of Us 2 Part 2's story, I've heard quite a bit that that some discussions where I heard some discussions about the story is about turning Ellie and Joel into the villains and making Abby such a good person. They don't do a great job about that, I must admit. I agree with the fact that some people have said that, well, there is a discussion between Abby and another character called Owen. Abby says that Owen is stuck to the past. That could be said about Abby as well. That she takes 4 years to catch Joel and just kills him right off the bat, and just a personality trait. It seems like she's enjoying it. And at the same time, while trying to make Abby as a good person, there is a thing between Owen and Abby and another character called Mel, which is Owen's girlfriend. And Abby and Owen has had a thing in the past as well. Spoiler alert, there might be a meme about this as well, but I don't care. Abby and Owen ends up sleeping together. If you're trying to make Abby such a good person, why do you have that scene included? It just makes Abby just even more shittier person just to sleep with someone that we know has a girlfriend, which is also pregnant. Just as a character trait as well, it seems like Abby enjoys all of the killing, while Ellie does it as a necessity, or at least while being driven by revenge as well, because of Joel, of course. So, my opinion is The Last of Us 2 is a convoluted mess. They just try to ruin Ellie and Joel, which was the biggest part of why Last of Us 1 was so great. And don't get me started about the end either. That Ellie didn't get her revenge either. I don't really know what to say anymore about that game. Which leads me to Ghost of Tsushima, who has had a lot of great praise, and I have cleared both games, so I played and cleared in both games. In a sense, both are revenge stories, but Ghost of Tsushima tells it so much better. At least in my opinion, Ghost of Tsushima has a lot more interesting characters. Um, the main story might not be as long as The Last of Us 2, but it is more interesting. The gameplay wise, well, the gameplay is different in a lot of sense. Since at least Ghost of Tsushima might play as an Assassin's Creed game, but and while Last of Us 2 is like a apocalypse thing, but Ghost of Tsushima, the gameplay suits very well. You progress as you go, as you do with Last of Us 2, of course, but it makes it, at least in Ghost of Tsushima, it makes it more satisfying as you continue playing. And just exploring is much more satisfying as well compared to Last of Us 2. Even though both games look very beautiful, Ghost of Tsushima has a lot of different landscapes depending on where you are. White flowers, purple flowers, red flowers, all of that stuff. Trees, different kinds of camps and stuff. So, if you haven't noticed by now, I do prefer Ghost of Tsushima instead of Last of Us 2. Just to give Ghost of Tsushima more cred, it's the game that I've started playing again compared to Last of Us 2. I played the story of Last of Us 2 and I was like, I don't want to play this. I don't want to play this again. And when I finished Ghost of Tsushima, I was like, well, shit, I want to play this again. So that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This won't probably get a lot of views, but I don't care. I just wanted to make the video. Like and subscribe if you want to. I don't upload as much on this video as on this channel, like I said before. Yep. Otherwise, peace.